It is a UFC welterweight championship showdown between the Nigerian nightmare Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington. All right, so here he is, the #1 welterweight contender, getting set to challenge for the UFC's 170-pound title. Took a long winning streak in many years for him to realize this opportunity. He is not taking it lightly. He has said all here during fight week he's appreciative of this opportunity, but he is confident he is going to maximize it and leave as not just a contender, but a UFC champion. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion in a division full of killers. He has remained the hunted at 170 pounds. Now, unquestionably staring at his toughest challenger to date. Can he go back home as the champion? If he can, another chapter to one of the greatest welterweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. So these fighters relatively close in age, just a year apart, with similar height and some differences in reach. All right, here now the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Levine. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Presenting the challenger, Colby Chaos Covington. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, Usman.
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner. You ready? You ready?
Scheduled for 5 rounds if need be. Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Usman gets caught with that punch. A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight.
There's the early takedown. Pretty evident, DC, that he wants to get this fight to the ground, and he was certainly able to do so there.
He felt like he had a massive advantage in the wrestling, and if he attempted takedowns, he would secure him. Let's see what he does from this position.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Covington. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hips, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
I mean, how many can he take? Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Continuing to work out of the half guard. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. And he landed the right hand there. 3 minutes to go. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kamaru here.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Usman's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top. Oh, man. This ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates distance and space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
All right, side control now. Usman's right back to the full mount. Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. Attacking armbar.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. And this might just be a matter of time. Somehow stays in the fight. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks.
Covington's going for a choke here. Oh, we're getting a finish here. And he's out. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Round two next. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
with me? Good. All right, your takedowns were great that round. I want more of that.
Round 2 now. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch.
Ooh, big shot lands. What a wrestler. That was an amazing takedown. That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Usman's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from bottom. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
While landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Usman. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Got the single collar tie. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Switching stances here. Usman gets the takedown. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here. Just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Covington's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Back mount now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamaru Usman.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
I mean, how many can he take? Now Usman really getting the ground and pound going, DC. You got to hip escape. You got to do something to get out of harm's way.
You have to move. You have to be doing something. Usman's one of the best grapplers from the top that you've ever seen. Unbelievable awareness. Knows how to control the hips. He doesn't give you any outs when he's on top of him.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Oh, his opponent's squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes it stop throwing.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Usman. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kamaru here.
Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off his back. right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation, and a healthy one, for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
Are you ready? You ready?
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight.
Punch over the top.
A little single collar tie there. That's some good takedown defense right there. Single leg attempt, no good. All right, so a high amplitude double leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to advance position on the ground.
You knew that he was going to attack the double because he's such an explosive guy. He got it on the hips, finished the shot very quickly. Fantastic job.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch.
Down into his mouth.
Man, the attacks keep on coming, and now he's relegated to using just one eye. So swollen now on the left side. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Usman's right back to the full mount here. Both fighters get up now. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Oh, knee to the head. Man.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
All right, so he's landed some good shots.
He's gonna try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this one.
Every time these guys come together, man, you just hear the punches and everything landing. Both very powerful. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it. He's attacking armbar now. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. It's in there deep. There you go.
Brilliant submission defense there. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard, he got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Nicely done. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Covington. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Usman's pass is denied. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Covington. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet.
He needs to shove the knees. Get his opponent's knee off of his belly so he can get to his feet.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Covington. Oh, that'll work. The ground and pound strike is good. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
Watch guillotine.
And he's out. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Keep it busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's a replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage.
That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Right. You can breathe. Nice, nice. Just go out there and keep...
All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normal. It's a 15-minute fight. So you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Covington's tough as it gets, but that eye is downright nasty at this point in time, and you've got to wonder, given all the swelling, if that might even be a fractured orbital. Not good for Lim. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Side control now. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Connects with a right. We march on, 3 minutes to go. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. Damage done. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Usman.
Thought he's gonna attack a triangle choke here.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Nicely done. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from bottom. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Now connects with a right. Back to the feet now. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing. He's hurt.
Whoa! Back to the feet. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Usman's cut is getting worse here. Man, is that bleeding. Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
Looks like maybe he's trying to get an arm underneath the chin. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. And on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Fifth and final round. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! And that's going to do it.
Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay. It ends up a knockout, but this was really a striking clinic from the moment they touched gloves.
I mean, a competitive fight that one guy finally found the shot that ended the fight. But both of these warriors displayed a ton of heart. One guy got the finish, but neither guy should be disappointed in their performance.
And here we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 26 seconds of round number 5, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
So the celebration is officially on. After a successful UFC welterweight title defense here tonight, he will go out the same way he came in as the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. He is your winner by knockout.